Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Stan. So first of all, I want to let you guys know that this shit's not for free. Okay, so if you actually stick around and watch this whole video and you like what you hear, or if it helps you in any way or kind of just connects the dots a little bit, I'd like for you guys to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to make this channel grow. That way we can get to, we can reach people that are maybe in difficult times, that are having a rough time, getting through with the call center industry, cold calling, or anything in sales, right? So we're just growing this channel. We're going to have a lot of topics over here, but let's get started, guys. Guys at the office, all right? For this subject, it's, roofing appointment setting or free roof inspections. If you're a telemarketer, I don't know where you guys are watching this from, but I mean, if you're in the cold calling and appointment setting industry, these are some things that you might want to keep in mind, all right, especially if you're new. All right, so anyways, you need to understand, first of all, that there's a lot of seasons. Okay, if you're new, you probably don't know. Okay, you haven't tasted a good season from a bad season, from a slow season. All right, at some points it gets kind of slow, and it's a lot because people are traveling or so. All right, so I'm recording this video and it's December. We're already close to Christmas. We're just a few days away, and if you're just watching this video right now and it's December, so then you might be going through a difficult time. All right, so I need you to understand that this is only seasonal. It's not going to stay like forever. What you can do right now is take advantage of all the resources you have. You can take advantage of learning your product a lot. Okay, if you're having days off, just spend them and investing time on your knowledge, researching. There's a lot of YouTube videos that you can learn. Okay, particularly in roofing, anything that has to do with roofing, insurance restoration, insurance claims, public adjusters, insurance adjusters, right? Anything that has to do with that, that's definitely gonna help you guys out in terms of knowledge. Okay, you're building up all this knowledge, even though you're not getting a whole lot of appointments. You're going through the hardest time. So once you break this barrier, once you're through with this season, next year, I mean, whenever storm season starts, it usually starts around March. Okay, that's kind of like when we start getting blasted on with a lot of storms. Colorado area, Minnesota area. There's a lot of Oklahoma, North Carolina. So there's a lot of places where it hails a lot, right? And they need our service, right? So I don't want to extend this too long. It's just something that's so complex for, especially if you're new. You might want to watch this, completely. If not, then you just might want to fast forward to the subjects that you like. So anyways, this is seasonal. It's time to learn. It's time to be a little bit more sharp on your conversations. You cannot rush people right nowadays, right? Not in this season. When it's storm season, of course, people are like, they already know what you're calling about. They're might be already taking estimates, especially when it's a hurricane, right? But right now, I mean, it's not the time to rush someone, right? Right now, it's just about keeping it mellow, really trying to listen to them, what their argument is. All right, so that being said, let's get started. All right, and I don't know what company you guys work for exactly, but if you work for a company I know, you might already have a script, okay, and you will have to use the script. There's no way out of it unless you're a top performer, and then you can, do your own thing little by little. And then, of course, you still have to stick to a few regulations just to make sure you don't messing up, right? So, speaking about script, guys, something very important is that you have to believe in it, right? You really just have to believe that the script works. You cannot just blame about everything. You have to really believe, okay, this company's been here for a while. They've been using it. It's been working. I mean, just because you have a different thought doesn't mean that it won't work. Just stick to the script, and definitely that's just gonna make it a lot easier in your process. Once you narrow down the script 100%, once you understand it, once you can say it without having to read it, you're gonna start making more connections with the people. Maybe you're still getting a lot of hang-ups, right? You're still gonna get a lot of people hanging up on you, but it's just gonna the rejection is just gonna go down a little bit. All right, so yeah, just not memorize, but really understand it. Understand the script 100%. What is it trying to say? And this comes along with knowledge. Knowing your product is going to help you understand what the script talks about, because sometimes we just spit it out and, you know, clueless about what you say. You finish talking and then your homeowner's like, what the heck did you just say? Like, who are you calling with? Which it's sometimes a good thing is that they ask you, what are you doing again? Because that's the perfect timing to come in, which we're going to talk a little bit later. But yeah, narrow down the script 100%, guys. Understand it. Believe in it. It's just, there's no way around it. Just figure it out. Get the script, you know, jog it down. I would recommend you guys recording yourself. I mean, I did that. By the way, I just got this new phone. I wanted to test it out. That's why I'm doing this video. But anyways, record yourself, send yourself a message on WhatsApp, send it to yourself, record yourself, and then you just listen and see if, you know, you're that person you would buy from, right? If you would buy from yourself, but if you wouldn't, then you might want to have to change a little bit things until you narrow it down, all right? So moving down to, you know, after the script, which will be like, I don't know, the script is, hello, Steve. Yeah, oh, hi, Steve. My name's Jonathan, here with, I don't know, twin brothers. We're doing free 20-minute roof inspections. And if we do find storm damage, sir, we'll show you how we can help. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. work for you, or 5 p.m. better? Now, I don't know what your script is, but if that's your script, typically a homeowner or a person would say, no, I'm okay. Well, yeah, like what we're doing is a free inspection because we have been finding damage out there in this area with a few homeowners. But how old is your roof? 5 years, 10 years, 15, right? Just keep it very short, simple, right? They're gonna say, no, I don't want it. It just depends, all right? That was just kind of like an example of what something simple, you know, keeping it simple, stupid would be, because you don't know if this is the right prospect. He's probably gonna hang up right away. So you might want to just say something, right? And if that makes a click, because when they don't give you too many tools or too many bullets for you to get from in return to them, and it's kind of hard, right? So you just got to make something up super quick, say it, and if it doesn't work, he's going to hang up anyway. So you got to move on and continue playing the numbers game. But if you want to play the numbers game and get a little bit better, you might want to listen to them, all right? You might want to listen and listen carefully, okay? So objection stoppers is a tough one. I mean, I had a little bit of troubles understanding this since I started in you know, working for a cold calling company. Had troubles understanding what was an objection stopper. I thought it was a rebuttal. I thought it was, you know, but it's not. I mean, it's a bit different. An objection stopper has to do with what they told you. I mean, and sometimes it's hard to figure it out because they're not saying much. They're just saying either I don't want it, I don't need it, right? I'm not interested, not now, I'm okay, my roof is fine, you know. So it's hard to understand and put words together immediately, but you can do it, right? So an objection stopper is about relating what you're going to say back. You know, you need to use what they gave you in their own, like, just use it in your own words, right? You know, maybe they said something about the roof being only 1 year old. Well, then, you know, it wouldn't qualify. I don't know who you work with, but let's say that they say my roof is new, right? Typically that's what they say. So, yeah, I mean, we are assessing a few roofs that are, a few homeowners that have relatively young roofs, and we have been finding some damage, although we do give you a current condition of, you know, make sure everything's in top shape. But how old is, but you said it's about 3 years old. You're the owner here at blah, 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 right? You want to move on with, you used his phrase about his roof being young, right? You might want to use... how old is the roof? He didn't tell you exactly how old it is. He just said my roof is young, right? But yeah, I mean, you might want to listen carefully to what their objection is, what they are saying to you, right? You want to listen to that. If they're saying I don't need it right now, then you know this person is putting some resistance. He's not hanging up on you, but he's kind of putting that resistance about, you know, them not needing it right now. Probably is the timing. Probably you're just calling him at a bad moment, right? He thinks he doesn't need it, right? But it's your job to let them know about the benefit, the benefits about you getting them the inspection done, because, you know, as you may know, if he were to have damage in the future, and he doesn't claim it on time, right, the roof starts leaking, it creates other damages, he's probably going to be held liable for a long. It's something. It's a clause on the policy of the policy insurance policy that states that long-term damage, you know, it won't be covered. It's on the owner's side. A long-term damage, just let it be, right? So, and a lot of times the homeowner wouldn't call someone until they see a leak. So, but you have to grab that knowledge and put it in your own words. So, objection stoppers, just use what they gave you and use it in your own words. Very short, and then ask a qualifier. Okay, very simple. Just, you know, I understand your roof is young, sir. You know, we have been finding young damage out here, relatively young roofs, but how old is yours, by the way? 5 years, 10 years, 15, right? So you're kind of acknowledging the fact that he told you it was young, and then you're saying, you know, we are finding damages out here. So just kind of bringing it to his attention, and then you're asking him a question. Okay, so you ask him a question about how old is it, if in case he didn't tell you exactly. All right, if he's saying like, I don't need it, well, look, sir, at the end of the day, you're the homeowner, you decide what you want to do, but we are finding damage with a few homeowners on this area. How old is your roof, right? Something like that, right? Things like that. He doesn't really know if he needs it or not. Now, moving on to a rebuttal would come like something that you already said after the objection stopper, right? Something that you already said, probably already moved on with a question. He said like, no, my roof is only 3 years old, right? Like, let's say he said, no, my roof is young. And then you let him know, look, I mean, we are assessing a few roofs with storm damage that were pretty young. But how new is it? Is it like, I don't know, 5 years new, maybe 10 years new? No, it's only 3. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, it's relatively young. Although, like I said, it wouldn't hurt to look, because, I mean, with the storms we had last year and the year before then, we did have a lot of scatter damage here reported. And unfortunately, if you do take long to report this damage, insurance are holding the homeowners liable for any cost of repairs. But are you the owner, sir? Over here at, I don't know, 123 Main Street here in Houston, Texas? Yeah, I'm the owner, but like I said, I'm okay right now. And then you come back and say, yeah, and that's exactly what the inspection is gonna, you know, let you know if everything's in fine shape. At least you'll be able to see it in your own, you know, we'll send you an email. And with this email, you'll be able to verify that everything's in fine shape. Or if there's damage, then we'll let you know how we can help, sir. By the way, what's your email? So that we can send your inspection report. You're kind of already closing them. You're already telling me, you know, what's your email? Because, I mean, I'm going to do this. I got you, man, right? So it's a rebuttal is more aggressive. It's more pushy. But at the same time, a rebuttal has to do with giving them information. Okay? It's all about them. It's not about you. It's not about the company that you represent. At some point, you're going to flip into the company that you represent, because they might be asking for it. They might be saying, are you guys local? Right? Yeah, we're local, licensed, bonded, insured, right? BBB accredited. Right. Look, at the moment, we do follow CDC guidelines because, you know, the COVID. So we only checked out. So once we're done sending a report, that way you get to verify everything's in top shape. Or if there's damage, we'll let you know how we can help. You know, all of these things that hopefully, you know, I'm kind of going a little bit in circles because it's the first time I'm doing this. But I hope that helps. Rebuttals, guys, it's about giving information to them, man. I mean, it's not about having an argument with them. It's not about that. No, you already told them with the objection stoppers that you are finding damage, right? But the rebuttal would have to be like giving them information that we probably don't know, right? They might not know that he will be held liable if he doesn't report damages on time. He doesn't know that he does have to check the roof every time there's a storm. He's got to check it, man. He's got to check it, because if he ends up with long-term damage, if he doesn't check it until the roof starts leaking, then that means that little, damage that he had already went through all the layers of the roof. And there's a lot of layers, right? Including the insulation, drywall. Then all of a sudden, the roof starts, coming down. And then by that time, of course, the insurance is going to say, like, dude, like, you didn't notify us on time, right? You had the storm we had over here was, you know, a long time ago. So they might deny, they might get it pulled through, but they'll have to go through lawsuit, and you know, and that involves, you know, public adjusters, an attorney, and you know, a lot of things. So it's better to keep it simple for them. Another thing you need to know about rebuttals, guys, is to simplify it the best way possible. Why? I'm communicating with you guys through this video, so everything's about making life easier, all right? So if you make it easier for them, they're going to take it, all right? When you buy a phone, it's to make your life easier, to communicate before you can, okay? So, yeah, so it's about making it easier for them. Every time you talk, try to talk, but keeping it easier for them. The whole part with the email, guys, helps a lot, because that means, like, they're going to get a report. It's only 20 minutes. It's only on the outside, man. It's free of charge. All we ask for is simply be open-minded to hear us out in case there is any damage, you know, things like that. So keep it very simple. You know what? I don't need it. I don't want it right now. I'm okay. Look, even if your roof is in great shape right now, or that you don't see any damage right now, since we did have several storms last year, or even the years before, I suggest you get it checked out and get a report for it, because if you do wait until you have damage, that's typically when we start calling someone, then, you know, you may be held liable. At the end of the day, this will only be 20 minutes and it's on the outside, sir. And then you move on with a qualifier. Always move on with a qualifier. All right, so script, objection, stoppers, rebuttals, all right? So there's a lot of rebuttals, which if you guys like a specific one, put it down in the comments, and I'll be glad to reach out to you guys and let you know. All right, so, or make another video, fuck it. About qualifying efficiently. This is very important, guys. Very important to keep your calls quick, to avoid them hanging up before you're done. You know, sometimes when we get training, we get a structure, right? And like, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that. You know, but over time, you start noticing what does the confirmer want, right? And the confirmer, for those that may be working for a smaller company, confirmer is the guy that will receive the appointment that you scheduled, and will make sure that it has all the qualifiers, or that it qualifies for the roofer to buy it, right? The roofer already ordered it. He already wants the appointment, right? But we got to make sure it's qualified. We got to make sure that, you know, he is the owner, that it's X amount of years, that, you know, the roof is this particular type that the roofers are asking for, that it is a single family home, or maybe you're in the commercial industry that, you know, it's a flat roof, rubber, whatever. Right, it doesn't have a contract with a roofing company, because otherwise there's no point. There's a contingency contract, and we can't go out there, because, you know, it's just, you know, it's you can't, you know, you can't. And that is insured, right? Because, I mean, if there's damage, we don't want to bother the homeowner. We don't want them to pay out of pocket. If it's insured, we can easily just deal with the insurance. They'll pay for the damages, right? So you need to know your product for that, okay? But anyways, going down to qualifying efficiently, I mean getting the qualifiers down, man. You got to know your product. You got to know what the qualifier wants, the confirmer wants to hear. You want to know what he wants to hear. And what he wants to hear is that, you know, the qualifiers. He wants the homeowner to qualify. Now, there are some things that you can get on. For example, let's just say that the dude is on a rush, all right? You get this person like, hey, hi, Mike, and you can feel it. He right away, you know, yeah, what's this? Who's calling? Oh, hey, Mike, my name's Jonathan here with Twin Tower Roofing. We're doing free 20-minute roof inspection, sir, and if we do find damage, we'll let you know how we can help, sir. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. work for you, or 5 p.m. better? Dude, I haven't even told you if I want it. No, it's just that tomorrow we have some appointments there nearby. We're checking the roofs for wind damage. As you may know, we did have severe winds this year. Are you the owner at 123 Main Street here in Houston, Texas, sir? Yes, I'm the owner. And how old is your roof, sir? Is it like 5 years? No, man, I'm cool right now. I asked because we have been finding damage on roofs that were only 3 years old, sir. And, you know, believe it or not, if you do end up with damage not reported, then you might be held liable in the long run. This is at no cost, sir. We just checked the outside. Is your roof at least 3 years old, sir? Yeah, it's at least 3 years old. And at the moment, you're not under contract, right? With roofing company. Oh, no, no, not at all. But, I think I should be in great shape. I mean, haven't seen anything wrong with that. No, it's not because you have damage, sir. It's because we did have winds. And when we have a storm, it's recommended for you to get it checked out, because I'm sure you have your house insured, right? Yeah. And by the way, what's in every insurance company? Are you with Allstate, State Farm, Geico, maybe? No, I'm at Allstate. Okay, good. And so like I said, we just briefly checked the outside. We checked roof sidings, gutters, windows, make sure everything's in top shape. If we do find any damage, we'll report it to you, let you know how we can help. Even if there's no damage, we're simply sending you the report to your email, make sure everything's in top shape. Okay, what's your email, by the way? Right, and then you get his email. Now, as you may notice, I'm still missing some qualifiers, like, for example, his name. But when I called him, he said Mike, so that's good already. But if you want to confirm, while you're looking the house on Google Maps, while you're making sure, you're typing in the address, making sure that this person is the owner, you might want to, just, hey, and by the way, your name's Mike, right? So that we can address you properly. Yeah, my name's Mike. Okay. And then you looked up the house already, and that you saw it's a shingle roof and it's a single family home. Now, this guy's on a rush, right? I don't recommend you guys just cutting the chain right there. But if you feel that he's going to leave, and you already know for sure, 100% sure, dude, this shit's it's a single family home, and it's a shingle roof, or it's a metal roof, or it's a tile roof, whatever that the camp or whatever that the roofer is allowing you to do, set it up. Just let him know, okay, great, we'll be there sharp and efficient. We'll be there he hasn't even told you the time he'll be there, okay? But assume, at this point, this dude has been open to give you the email, insurance name, some qualifiers, the name, right? So at this point, this dude is just, waiting for you to say, this time and get the fuck out, right? So the idea here is just to say, you know what, we'll stop by. We'll make it simple for you. We'll stop by at 4:20. We'll be out of your way. In case of damage, we'll report it to you and show you how we can help. All right? We'll count on you there. Sure. Okay. Thank you for your time. Have an excellent rest of your day. Goodbye. Boom. Let him go. I know you missed the shingles. I know you missed the, well, if he sounded like he was, like moving you quicker, then, just do that. But if you do have time to confirm the rest of the qualifiers, then do it, right? These are the only two examples for the shingles, right? Or the type of roof, and then whether or not it's a single family home or so. But if you do see that it's a townhome, of course, on Google Maps, while you still got them on the phone, make sure you ask. And if you don't know how to differentiate between a townhome, a mobile home, then dude, ask. All right. If you don't know, if you're too new to the industry, right, then you might want to ask them before you let them off if you've still got a few seconds. This is to avoid, because I'm sure, guys, you've lost so many leads on people that, just said, yeah, come on over, or yeah, it's okay. And then like you start blasting them the qualifiers, right? You want to make it interesting for them. I always throw what I call a butter up, always, like a butter up. I ask, for example, I get down to home ownership. I get down to age of roof, right? Two things that are super important. And once I'm through with those two, depending on how I feel this person, if he's like kind of iffy, those that might want to hang up, right? I right away flip onto conversation mode, even though like that will maybe increase the minutes of the call, and right. But I do it in a colmilludo way, right? In a way that they don't feel that, okay, this guy's asking too many fucking questions. Like, let him, I make it like, hey, you're the homeowner here at blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm the, okay, and how old is your roof? And this is also for easy laydowns, guys. Man, there's a lot of people that would like immediately just say, yeah, 10 a.m. is good. Yeah, and legit, they just had damage and they were waiting. But because you start qualifying them, like boom, 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 like they get skepped out, like, dude, like those too many questions already. Say yes, come on over. Why don't you ask me those questions over here, right? I'm sure you guys can relate. Just a thumbs up for that, guys. Anyways, so if you got through that scenario, then you know, what I'm saying is true, guys. I've been in this industry for a while now, right? And even though right now I'm going through a harsh time because, you know, I'm have a lot of things in my mind, which I'm going to talk about right now as far as getting your mind prepared. So, but I mean, I'm still good. I make a lot of leads, when I'm doing all right. So anyways, I'm sure this can help you guys out if you're getting started. So qualifying efficiently, guys, just, you know, move with the qualifiers. I was saying about making it. I ask 2 qualifiers and important ones, and then I jump in saying a butter up. My butter up is say, hey, Jonathan, and like I said, look, the inspection is absolutely free. Okay, no cost. All we do is check the outside. If you want to add roof, sidings, gutters, windows, if you want to. If not, just keep it simple. All we do is check the outside. It takes less than 20 minutes or 20 minutes. Once we're done, we're going to send you a report to your email. And if we do find any damage, we'll let you know how we can help, sir. What's your email, by the way? You know, you want to ask them right there about the email, or if you want to move on with the contract question. But don't stay quiet after that, saying that, because that's something powerful, because you're saying something about what you're going to do. And if he responds to your question, if you already told him, okay, this is what we're going to do, we're going to check the roof. All right. First of all, we're not going to charge you anything. All right. It's free. Aquí in China, it's going to be free. Okay. It's going to take 20 minutes. It's just going to be on the outside, sir. No need to worry. And once we're done, we're going to send you a report, regardless of the outcome. Regardless. Okay. You have damage, we're going to let you know. You don't have damage, we're going to let you know. Okay. So there's only 2 things that are going to happen. Once we check the roof, 2 things are going to happen. You either have damage, we'll let you know how we can help. Getting it done through the insurance company. Insurance pays for damage. And number 2, you don't have damage, but hey, you get to know. Firsthand, you know your roof today was in great shape, and you don't need to worry. If there's another storm, you just got to check it again. That's it. All right? Insurance won't deny you if you do that. So, good. That's what I throw in there in the middle, and then I just wrap it up with question, contract, insurance, and email. Y vámonos, right? Of course, when I have the time, I do ask for the shingles and the single family home, right? It doesn't always, you know, affect me. I've gotten resets when I started, right? I've still get some resets, right? And it happens, le pasa al mejor. I mean, and you get canceled. Sometimes you're just like, fuck, it's hard to fish. There's not a whole lot of fish in the river. So you just got to get the whichever, hasta el más flaco, chingue su, que pegue, chingue su madre, right? But just try to make it as more legit as you can. And I promise you guys, you're going to get better. Okay, ya se me apagó esta madre. Okay, anyways, I thought I was going to keep this a lot shorter. But anyways, moving on to get to know your product. Okay, knowing your product, guys, I can't emphasize more on this shit. You have to know your product. I know that you already spend a lot of hours, and sometimes you're like, damn, why is my break so high? Why am I taking too long? Why do I have to make up time, right? That's me right there every single fucking day, right? But anyways, I mean, a job is a job, right? And we gotta deal with it. And if you still have 5 minutes, like right now that you're watching this video, if you're watching it, well, I suppose you're watching it. Anyways, your knowledge, okay? The most powerful thing you can do is just feed your brain, okay? Just feed your brain 100%. That's something you want to do all the time. Know your product. There's a lot of content on YouTube, not specific about like this one, that is specifically for telemarketing, for free roof inspections. But, you know, there's some similarities, or some you might have to research for maybe performing a roof inspection. That's also going to help you understand what the roofer is going to do out there, because if you ever come across a homeowner that asks you those type of questions, you're no te va a tomar de loco, way, right? You're going to know what to say. And, you know, me personally, no offense, I'd rather talk to a professional que un pendejo, right? I'd rather talk to someone that knows their shit than to someone that doesn't, right? So that's just me, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. If you want to buy a car tomorrow, if you got the money for it, you're going to buy it for someone that doesn't know, or for someone that does know, or probably someone that doesn't know, but that sounds like he does, so he convinces you. All we got to do is tell them what they want to hear. That's it, all right? So know your product, okay? Moving down to just 2 more, and that's it. super important. All right, this is something that's lasting, and that you're not going to make it if you're in sales and you don't have this. And it's goals. There's goals, right? I'm not talking about the stupid goals that you're like, I want to do this and never chase it, right? I'm talking about serious goals, guys. Something that you really do chase, something that if you watch prior videos, you're going to see some of my achievements. For me, it's a lot. For some, not. I mean, what you see on my background right now, I come from, una casa de carrizo, right? Like literally, no hay piso, no, o sea, tierra, güey. Está hecho de palos la casa, right? So I come from that type of environment, right? I was a construction worker here in Mexico, an albañil, for 10 years of my life. So, and the call center has changed this, along with the businesses that I have emprendido, that I have made because of this job. I was able to make enough money, invest in a business, open the business, start running it while I'm here. I'm still working, but the business is giving me 1,000 pesos por acá, 3,000 por acá, otros 5,000 por acá, right? So it's giving me money, which again I have to reinvest, but it's giving me money, right? But anyways, goals. That was my goal, man. First of all, it was all material goals, right? I was first investing on, things like a car. I bought myself a good BMW. I bought myself a nice bike, the mama truck, it was things that were material, but then I was like, damn, like I need to invest something in money. So I started investing time on my knowledge, on knowing what to invest on, what not, right? Open up businesses that I run, that I know that, okay, that will give me on a long term. So that was my goal, and it's been working so fine, thank God. And that's one of the reasons why also I'm not doing so well right now, because I got a lot of shit on my head. That's not an excuse, right? You could always get over that. But if you don't have the proper mindset, the goals that will push your engine, right? That fuel that's going to turn it up and make you run, it's just that you're not going to, you need to be like a fucking, there's this guy that came to talk to me yesterday about a new business he said something very important. He said, if you're on let's just say a Corvette. If you're on a Corvette, and you tap a little bit the gas. You tap the gas a little bit, right? It's going to run a little bit. But if you floor that shit, it's going to take off, right? The problem is, right, when you're on the Corvette, you can decide how fast you want to run it because it's got enough power. But if you have a bocho, my respects, I love bochos, but there's a limit. It's like, you cannot be the bocho. You have to be the Corvette. If you want to go slow, fuck it. But you have the balls when you need them. Now, you need to have the balls when you need them, right? I mean, you need to have that extra gas. Now, sometimes we got to step the gas to the floor, and we got to hit it for this right here, man. My kids, right? And for your kids, you got to do it for them, right? But, there's some times in where you just got to take it off. Like right now, you just got to, like there's a lot of shit going on, just lay back a little bit. Yes, it's understandable. But if you're not where you want to be, if you're not even close to where you want to fucking be, then you got to step on that fucking gas right now. And if you got a bocho, you got to get yourself a Corvette. That's what you want to do. And how do you get yourself a Corvette is by watching these type of videos, which I'm nobody, all right? But there's some information I've gathered throughout the years that may be helpful. Just a few of the things that I've said will help you, okay? Anyways. The last thing, guys, is distractions, okay? Distractions, like, well, I mean, I don't want to say that your family's a distraction, okay? Because that's the first thing, that's the reason why you're here. That's the reason why you're working, if you're a father, right, or mother, right? But distractions like, I don't know, things that just maybe your cell phone, man. You had a cell phone, you're getting distracted with that. Maybe you're playing a game on a computer. You're doing things when you're like that are distracting you. You can't focus 100%. You're not there, right? And you need to be fucking there. You're already sitting down. Okay, I have a problem with that. Okay, I'm multitasking, and since I own 3 businesses, planning to open up the 4th business, I'm already making more than 6 figures, but I don't want to leave this job. It gave me so much. It's just that it's distracting me. A whole lot of business, you know, going on, cash flow, invest here, you know, you need more of this, you need more of that, you know, taking long ass breaks, then having to make it up. Little time with my family, which in the first place is the reason why I'm fucking investing, right? To have the time tomorrow to not be able to work. I want to quit, right? Not today. Maybe in 5 years from now, I'll be, you know, wealthy enough to not work ever. All right, just 5 years. That's my goal right now. Anyways, you got to do that as well. All right. So make sure that you guys are investing your time on that, on, you know, just taking away all the distractions. And yeah, my wife just arrived. I got to go with my kids. If you like the video, please subscribe to the button. We want to get to as many people as possible. I'm also going to talk about business that might be in Spanish. Okay. I'm talking about business and entrepreneurship. I want to make a reto. Okay. I want to start off companies with zero money. Okay. I want to give you guys tools that you guys can use while you're here sitting down taking calls. And if you have a nice big paycheck, which are coming soon, high season, don't leave, guys, unless they fucking fire you guys. Okay, don't leave. You got some learning to do. Yes, it's gonna be slow. Yes, it's gonna be hard, right? But you know, it's just, I don't know anybody in my life. I haven't met the person that has done the same stuff over and over and over again and not gotten better at it. Everybody improves about doing it the same thing over and over again. So make sure that you guys don't make that mistake, all right, of quitting. There's this lame I use that you're not yet who you will become. Okay, you're not yet that person. You will become. You will. You decide who you want to become. And you know, I've taken my choice. I'm doing this shit for free because I know there's a lot of other people that need this. Okay, I started from the bottom. Now I'm here, like the song say. Okay, but I'm still not yet where I want to be. So if you watched this so long, appreciate it, man. Give me a thumbs up so I can record another video that motivates me, okay, to do this type of things. Probably next time we'll go over a couple things, the same thing, but in a different way. Remember, the seasons change, so maybe next time I talk to you guys, it'll be high season. I'll be giving you different tips on how to approach these faster. But for now, keep it mellow, keep it simple, talk slow. Change your algorithm, change your tone of voice depending on the people you talk to. Old people talk loud and slow, you know, with Asian people as well, Chinese people, you know, understand, get to know them, because Korean people, Asian people, these people, if you let them know that it's almost mandatory to do this, they'll take it, because these are people that are legit, people that like to follow rules. Although the toughest, if you're just hitting them the way that, you know, it's for free, you're not going to get them. But if you tell them, you know what, this is something you have to do. You have to get it checked out every single year. Whether it's us, whether it's someone else, you have to get it checked out. Now, I'm only reaching out to you because we happen to be there tomorrow with a few homeowners. We're going to be working because there's some scatter damage. Not saying that's your case, but if you do have damage, you definitely want to know about it. And even if everything's in fine shape, like you say so, you also want to confirm that. We send you an email regardless of the outcome. It costs you nothing, sir. Nothing. What's your email? So we can send your inspection report, right? You move on like that. So anyways, guys, I hope you liked it. I gotta go. If you watched it this far, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn up the fucking bell, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Have a good one.